But I just want to thank you. I want to thank you, Helen and Kim, for your labor of love, because I know it has been a labor of love. There's no way anybody can pay you enough for what you're doing and the amount of time that you spend in the love. I mean, the whole group has loved me so well during this time, but honestly, there was one time that I don't know if it was a week ago or yesterday, but some time ago, Helen was talking to me on the screen, I mean, she was talking to me, and there was so much love coming out of her entire face. I mean, she was just loving me with all of it. And I felt it. I can't describe it, but she was just loving me, and I knew it. And afterwards, I just had to cry because I never felt that from anybody, And so it's that part of it has been amazing. And but most importantly, I want to give each one of you today a big crown. You're like my heroes, because I'm trying to take some notes. I am so honored to know each one of you, because I got to see your hearts shine. Sometimes you were nervous, sometimes you were not, or sometimes you felt like me, like I'm the kindergarten in this class. Other times you have very deep things to share, but everybody was just themselves, and when they were willing to take a risk together. There were no politics, no church, nothing. It was just us being one, that oneness that Jesus prayed for, and that oneness was going to make it all happen. And when it does, I think we're going to see miracles coming out of everywhere. And we're like, wait a minute, but you're not a Christian. It doesn't matter, because it's just we are one, and the Lord will be moving through each one of us. And because my whole life I was thinking, I remember when I read Bill Johnson's book, When Heaven Invades Earth, I cried through the whole book. That was not a crying book. It was an encouraging book, but because he was sharing my heart in the book. Why are we not healing the people? Why are we not raising the dead? He says that we should do that, so we should be able to do it. Why don't we know how to do it? But we were learning from a different place. We were taught how to learn instead of learning on our own. I homeschooled my kids, and I was hoping that I was teaching them how to learn, and not that I was teaching them. And so I think this thing, the reason why it hasn't happened is because a new paradigm shift. You know what I mean? We're reading the Bible and we're thinking what we've been taught to think, but it's a big paradigm shift. And the only way that you can take the programming out of a computer, but it's not as easy with us. And I think that happens with intentionality, being intentional, engaging each thing, and then just talking about it together. And that's what we're doing. We're talking about it so that becomes the new programming, and we're not afraid to say, I don't know, this is what I feel, but I don't know about this. I don't know if this is whatever, but we're not afraid. We're comfortable with each other. We're being one. And so anyway, I think that's all I wanted to say, that I think we are, because we are one, because we're being honest, and because we're sharing love, we are blending all these gifts that we have together. Like, I don't have your strengths and you don't have mine, but we're blending together in that water fountain that, I think it was Betty, she said we were all in the water fountain and we were splashing it. We're all getting wet, And once you blend water together, like, it's unblended. There's no way you can unblend it,
That's right.
And I think that's what's happening. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's beautiful, Carmen. That is so beautiful. And I don't think you could have said it any better. We're all learning to learn. And that's the very thing of that religion, that structure is kept from humanity, of having that position that it's okay to learn. It's okay to experience the things you don't think you know. And oh, wow. We just love you so much, Carmen. So much.
Thank you.
Yeah, we totally do. You said something that triggered a saying that this is 100 years ago now. I don't even know who to attribute it to, when you talked about risk. And the saying was, faith is spelled R-I-S-K. And sometimes that's exactly what we just need to do. You take the risk, and it's a calculated one, and it's a little bit of one that's like playing with loaded dice, because there is no risk in God.
That's right.
He is it all in all. Thank you so much for sharing.